Hi, how are you? It's Traviseen here, and welcome back to our adventures in Azeroth. Last episode, we did the dungeon Violet Hold with no tank, and then we started our journey in Zul'Drak. And today, we're continuing that journey, and we're going to start doing quests for Crusader McKellar. We're in over our heads, Tauren. Watch your back. Crusader forward camp. Everything was fine until the Scourge attacked. They took off with Dargath, Gurk, and Burr, and they also destroyed our ride. Guess who led that attack? McKellar nods. Nefarious. Seems this whole area is some type of factory for Scourge. We're in the middle of a damned undead minefield. That's what friends are for. We were attacked by Prince Nefarious and at least a dozen Scourge. I told Dargath and the twins to stay inside the tank, but they wouldn't listen. Dargath looked at me in the eyes and said, if somebody doesn't get out of this tank, they'll kill us all. He then made Reed cut the engine and charged. The most heroic thing I've ever seen. I heard the prince barking orders to the monsters. Sounded like he was taking them to Thrim's End, northwest of here. We have to rescue our friends. Will you go look for them? Alright, so there we go. Gotta go rescue some friends here. Engineer Reed. Gurk, Burr, Dargath, all gone. It's just McKellar and I left out here. I hope you've brought some good news. Making something out of nothing. Prince Nefarious must be stopped. We can't let the Scourge continue to use this area as a zombie factory. If we can get the tank operational, we might stand a chance. What I need right now are spare parts. Northwest of here is an area called Thrim's End. The Scourge armies are using the area as a base of sorts. Spread out across the base is the wreckage from their arrival. Bits and pieces of Scourge scrap metal litter the landscape. Get that stuff to me and I'll try to put it to good use. Alright. So we gotta collect some scrap metal. And we gotta save a couple of friends here. Looks like there's some more quests in this zone. Who's this guy over here? Oh, he's the king of the storm giants. Grimer. Or Gimmer. I don't really know how to say his name. There he is. With my freedom comes the vengeance of storm. A great storm approaches. You are not like the others, little one. You do not reek of the ancient death. Perhaps you can be trusted. I am Gimmer, the king of the storm giants. I was lured here by my brother, Thiassi, now an undead servant of the Lich King. By the time I realized that his cry for help was a trap, it was too late. I am now a prisoner of the Scourge, and I fear that soon I will suffer the same fate as many of the other storm giants. Find a way to release me from this cage, and I will aid you to the best of my ability. Alright, so we gotta get him out of here. Is that a Vicruel? It's hard to tell. Sounds like a pirate. These guys are like Vicruel pirates. I'm getting beat up pretty hard here. Gotta get buffed up. Tougher fighting should be pretty tough. They are level 76. So we gotta watch out. A couple levels higher than we are. Gurk found. Light won't grant me vengeance. They killed my brother. Gurk fights back tears. Slaughtered him like he was some sort of animal. Now they got him laid out on one of their tables on the other side of the camp, ready for grisly experiments. Dargath's dead too. The paladin made a heroic stand at the ruins to the northeast, but the leader of the Varghul Algar was too strong. I'm all that's left, and I'll be dead soon too. I'm turning. If the light won't grant me vengeance, maybe you will, Druid. Kill them all. Alright, so we got a lot of quests to do here. There's Gurk. pretty nasty experiments they're running over here. Alright, let's try to kill them all here. We'll see how we do. Let's see how we do against 3. Pull out the big damage here. These guys are going to hit me pretty hard. But, yeah. Starfall too strong. We could probably deal with a couple, like, I think 6. Use a little bit of innovate there. It's going to slay more of these guys. So we got another Tauren Druid here. Another awesome thing about Taurens is I think my mage is going to join the Stranglethorn fishing tournament, and I was just thinking about like what class would be the best for like a fishing tournament. There's a Kalawak one too, and I've come to the conclusion that Druid is probably the best for fishing tournaments, because really all you need is elixir of water walking, so you can walk on water. And you also have pretty fast flying, so like you don't have to mount up. Now DKs and Paladins have faster mount speed, which is kind of OP, so they would be good as well, but I think the Druids having instant cast, you know, mount is just stronger. So I would say Druids are probably the best fishing class in the game, next to DKs and Paladins. What my fishing skill is on this game? Probably pretty low. Yeah, I don't even have it learned. It's probably a pretty big deal in a fishing tournament. It would take us a while to level it up. And this server's probably pretty competitive in these fishing tournaments because just assume it is. It's a big server. But I bet you it's not as bad as retail. Retail, a bunch of servers are like, you know, grouped up together due to sharding, so it's probably a lot worse on retail to win those tournaments. So we need to find a couple more of these guys here. Supposedly one of them's on a table being experimented on. Is that him right there? Yeah, there he is, Burr. Enough time for Burr, he's already dead. Tell him the truth. Guess we'll get this metal. But I think having flying like this, like if you don't have flying, swift flight form, it makes pretty tough to win the fishing tournament because you're just so much faster than everybody else. So that's pretty much what these fishing tournaments are all about. It's all about just getting to the pools faster. Than the next guy. I haven't won one yet, but I hope we win one eventually. Supposedly you get a pretty cool ring for that. You can get a BOA ring that, you know, levels up with you and gives you XP. The only ring in the game that can do that, so I think that's probably why there's a decent amount of people trying to do the Stranglethorn fishing tournament. It's on the map here. Yeah, the Cadillac Fishing Derby was today, and the Stranglethorn Fishing Extravaganza is tomorrow. Now, the cool thing about Wrath of the Lich King is you can't use a flying mount. So it makes that fishing tournament a little bit more interesting. And I think it's actually better to be somewhat of a low level, but high enough that you can, you know, dodge the mobs, or not deal with the mobs in Stranglethorn Vale. Because you can get a trinket called Carrot on a Stick from Zul'Farrak when you slay Gazrilla. There's a quest for it. And it gives you 3% extra mount speed. It's pretty strong. So if you're level 70, you wouldn't be able to use that, but if you're, say, like level 60, 55, you could. And that would give you, like, you know, a 3% edge. 3% faster on your mount. It does. You do notice it. Get beat up pretty bad here. Maybe we can live through this. Yeah, we're gonna beat up hard. Use Altbot. Flag Talon's not messing around. There isn't too many of these, like, zombie micro around. What do you put on me there? Oh, God. I guess this is where there's like another necropolis right up there. It's probably where they're building all the Scourge and all these Varghul Slayers. Alright, we just need one more. So we'll pull some dogs. Yeah, that wasn't too good. Push him away. Well, didn't get everybody there. Dog somewhat got away there. Beat up pretty hard. Trents do a lot of damage. Worth using, that's for sure. Alright, so we just have to find Dargath. And then we'll make our way back here. We'll go see what Gurk has to say. Maybe he's transformed into an undead or a scourge. Gurk is dying. They say these Varghul are the The ones that weren't found worthy by the Lich King. Can you imagine just how powerful the worthy must be? I'll say a prayer for you in the hereafter, hero. May you never have to face them in number. Yeah, I guess these are the runts of the litter. Dargath's demise. Oh, there he is. Looks like he's a spirit. We found him. Can't really say anything to him. There is a herb here. Alright, back to where we were. Guess we'll check out this zone first, or this questing hub. And then we'll check out what's going on at Ebon Watch. And get our hands dirty with the Ebon Blade. It was a great sacrifice that those three made it, and it won't be... that those three made, and it won't be forgotten soon. Their passing will not be in vain. Oh, what the heck? We will be victorious. I wonder if we got anything good here. Not much. So let's take the plate. I really don't know if this plan will work, Lycaire. Just bring me the scrap metal, and I'll do what I can. What is this junk? Aw, damn it all. It's useless. Scourge metal isn't gonna do the trick. What are we gonna do? Great storm approaches. Storm giant? I don't know about this, Lycaire. That sounds risky. On the other hand, I don't think we have too many other options. If I do this, you have to promise me that you will get your giant friend to help us deal with Navarius and his cronies. Geimer's salvation. Now you say that he's locked up in a 100-foot-tall cage, eh? If my calculations are correct, we should be able to at least weaken the hinges on the cage, giving the giant enough leeway to break out. If this is going to work, I'm going to need some plasticizers and stabilizers. Banshee essence should do nicely for the plasticizers. You can get that from the banshees in the dead fields. Northeast of us, the stabilizers can be found on the Earth Ragers to the southwest near Ebon Watch. Get a move on. Alright, so maybe we'll meet up with, see what's going on with the Ebon Watch. I'll try to pull these banshees here. Seem to be flying around. Tell that they're not dying as fast as they were in High Fjord. It's a little bit more challenging here. Which is nice. Can't just group up like 8 offs and AoE them all down in one starfall. Finally got an essence. Seemed to be kind of rare. Maybe group up 3 here. Be a little tough. Another one. Yeah, that's about it. Interrupt that. There we go. When it rains, it pours. We just got a bunch of essences for that. It was fun doing Violet Hold without a tank. I guess maybe that's like a common, you know, way to do dungeons in Wrath. Like just no tank, 4 deeps, 1 healer. Probably get through it so much faster. This really depends on how tough the boss fights are. I wonder what Heroic Plus will be like if you could do 4 DPS, 1 healer. Look at somebody else here. Go. Go off T-Bone watch.
Speak your piece.
None know the Scourge better than we Death Knights. Believe me, Tauren, there's nothing more effective than fighting fire with fire. Stefan Vidu, the Ebon Watch. What have you got there, Tauren? Orders from Jakuru. Stefan reads the missive, then crumples it up and tosses it into the fire. Old news, the Argent Crusade is once again late to the party. We've been tracking Jakuru since Grizzly Hills. He is slated for eradication. Before you meet Nass, there's something you should know. He got a toxic dose of blight back in the day, and now he's deaf, blind, and mostly numb. It's not all bad, though. He's virtually immune to the stuff now, which makes him perfect for certain tasks, like the one I'm about to give you. There are many freshly scourged trolls nearby, and we need to study the blight's effect on them. Take Nass in this boot. When you've slain a troll, give him a good kick, and he'll know to take a hair sample.
Suffer well.
Oh, where's that boot? Oh, it's up here. Alright, so we got Nass. There he is. Really, he's just a skeleton? And he's our guardian. It's 514 health. Maybe we should give him some buffs. Looks like he can't take buffs. He's immune to buffs. And blight. Okay, so we have to completely wreck this guy. Not too sure if it's a good idea to AoE stuff. Maybe it is. As long as Nass doesn't fall. There we go. Let's see if we can pull a couple here. Get that one, get that one. What's this unliving choker? Oh, we already have one, so this is another quest. Crafted of bone and dripping with blood. Crafted of bone and dripping with blood, this choker is of intricate and deliberate design. Gazing upon it overwhelms you with an ominous presence, one that compels you to wear it. You fight the urge and resolve to bring it back to Ebon Watch. If anyone can explain this, a Death Knight can. Yeah, this guy has Flag Carrier. His name's Flag Carrier. I'm just gonna tell him I am the original Flag Carrier. Yeah, this guy's got a Flag Carrier too. Good thing I got the name. I wonder when he made his. Probably maybe the same time. Just I got to... So what happened is, before Classic WoW came out in 2019, they said, "Alright guys, you can go on, the server you're gonna play, and you can, reserve the character name." On Fairbanks? Oh, true. Oh, true. Yeah, it's... Oh, true. Sorry. Sorry about that. He had to change his name when his guild moved. A lot of Horde came over here when their servers died. Oh yeah, I gotta get the hair samples. So yeah, what happened with this, so Fairlina was a pretty awesome server during, vanilla Classic WoW. And then, all these Horde came, like this guy, from, Fairbanks, and Arid, and all these servers that were pretty much dying. And they all came to Fairlina at, the end of Classic. Or I guess you could say vanilla, right before TBC. And the Alliance stayed on Fairlina for TBC for, I guess for Karazhan, and then they all just left because they were just getting completely farmed by the Horde. And that was the end of Fairlina being, a server that had, decent world PvP. And now it is a Horde-dominated server. So I got lucky that I picked Horde, or... yeah, I would be kind of in the same boat as that guy. I would maybe have had to leave. I don't think I would have left on Flag Carrier, though. But I do believe the guild I was in probably would have left. And, oh my gosh, he died. Yeah, these guys do an AoE. But yeah, a lot of the Alliance on Fairlina, they went to Benediction, which is a most Alliance-dominated server in North America. It's too bad. But yeah, the Alliance just got... I wouldn't say they got smoked on Fairlina, but we beat their ass. And you noticed that it really started happening when it was Phase 2 of 2019 Classic. And during Phase 2, that was the beginning of, Honor. So you could start farming honor for PvP gear. And it was just, it was a battle. It went back and forth for quite a bit. But a lot of the Alliance started to leave. Because they didn't like being, camped in front of dungeons and all that. And yeah, that's when it started to like trickle down. And then the influx of like horde coming from dead servers, that just ended it.
I will listen for now.
An invitation of sorts. I'm indeed familiar with items such as this. Stefan looks you in the eye. It would seem, flag carrier, you have been chosen. It was either wisdom or luck that prevented you from wearing this choker, Tauren. Either way, your acquiring it was no random occurrence. You've been targeted by someone or something. Take your choker to Blood Rose here. Let her demonstrate the fate that nearly befell you.
Ashes to ashes.
There she is.
Make it quick.
Blood Rose eyes you curiously. I cannot help but wonder what makes you worthy of such attention. No offense. Stefan told me you would demonstrate the purpose of this item.
There's work to be done.
Indeed, watch this, Tauren. Here, troll, a gift. For me? Really, man? It'd be beautiful. Oh man, he's puking. Oh wow, and that's what he turned into. A captured Drakari scout is now a zombie Drakari troll. And then she puts him on fire. Ugh, disgusting. Okay, that was interesting.
Yes.
Now you've observed the fate that was meant to befall you. As I mentioned before, this was no coincidence. The creation of such a device is very involved, and the required resources would not be squandered on a random target. The simple truth of the matter is this. You're wanted by the Scourge. Once the Scourge have a target in their sights, they'll stop at nothing to acquire it. You can run, but you can't hide. You're doomed to a mindless existence as a walking corpse. Stefan's face twists into a cruel grin. Unless we can use their desires against them. I'll explain later. I have a complex magic to prepare, which requires certain material components. Travel due east of here, to the Reliquary of Agony, slay abominations and gather the ghoul drool you'll find there, then return to me with their remnants.
There's work to be done.
Alright, so we're getting a lot of quests here. Oh yeah, we have to get Naz again. I think we'll try to get this quest done first, though. Are there any more of these things around here? And then we'll pick up Naz and finish up that other quest. These guys seem to AoE Naz down and he just dies in one shot. But yeah, I don't blame them for coming here. But it really did change the server. And you notice it in this actual like flag carrier TBC let's play. Like at the beginning there's so many alliance, like we're just battling it out in Hellfire Peninsula. And in Zangarmarsh as well. And then like later on, like as I start to get to the later levels, you start to notice that there's like barely any alliance on the server. It's kind of sad. But it's the end. It's how it goes in Classic, you know? It's hard to keep a server, you know, well balanced. There's only a few of them out there. And I think Sky Fury is one of them. And Grobulus. They're two servers I really enjoy leveling on. I think Grobulus is probably the best server. In my opinion. And that's just because I think having RP is fun. It just adds another, you know, game mode to the game. And there's like RP events and all that cool stuff. Never thought I'd like RP, but I did an event with the guild, and it was pretty fun. It was a dwarven guild, and we went on a journey through Dunmoreau. Putrid abomination guts. I'm trying to find the other mobs we're looking for, but these don't seem to do anywhere. We might have to pick up Naz again. So many trolls here for us to kill. Yeah, it was an interesting time back then before Classic was coming out. Like, people were debating on playing on Fairlina because it was a streamer server, and that server's not really going to have the classic, old school classic feel. Hope we have enough mana for this. We should. We just gonna move. I just need one more. And then these people, like they said, come to Herod. And I think all these streamers, they were saying, you know what, we're not going to go on Herod. Herod was supposedly like the cool server that had the coolest name. If you guys don't know who Herod is, he's the last boss in Scarlet Armory, which is in Scarlet Monastery. Pretty cool boss. Probably one of the best bosses in Scarlet Monastery. Also drops the Ravager axe, which is an amazing axe in Classic. Has a proc that pretty much allows you to whirlwind non-stop as long as you keep procking it. But yeah, they decided to go on Fairlina. And I said, you know what, I'm going to go on Fairlina. I chose Fairlina over Herod because I just thought the streamer server would be the best and would probably live the longest. Because that's the biggest thing when you choose a server, is that you want to make sure that server, especially when it's new, you want to make sure that's going to last. And I got lucky, and Fairlina seems to be the best, you know, one of the best Horde servers NA. Funny thing is, I actually wanted to go Alliance. But one of my buddies was like, no, we were going to go Horde. Just because of the nostalgia. And the reason why I wanted to go Alliance is because we always go Horde. Not sure how old Nas always finds his way back here. Must be the smell. But yeah, I wanted to go Alliance, but I don't know. I went Horde because it's like, you know, you want to play with your buddies. And then we made a guild, and oh, this is bad. This is bad news. He's gonna kill Naz again. Oh my gosh. Oh, this Naz guy gets one shot every time. Yeah, we made a guild, and I don't really like do anything with the guild anymore. Kind of like I can't really raid for 3 years just non-stop. It's not my thing. So I've kind of stepped away. But yeah, it's still going. It's called Soup. And I'm kind of surprised it's still going, to be honest. It's cool that they kept it going. And the reason why we made a guild, we joined a guild. It's like me and 2 other buddies. And we noticed that when we were doing Molten Core, we noticed that the guild was taking all the, you know, the materials that were worth a lot of gold from the raids. And we were like, you know what, why don't we just make our own guild so we can get the gold? And we did that, but we didn't like steal any gold or anything. We were good with the materials and stuff. And obviously we were good with it because the guild probably would have disbanded if we weren't. And then we got, I don't know, addicted to running a guild, and yeah, they just kept on going. But it's changed a lot. And running a 40-man guild, that's a lot of work, especially in Classic. I think it's like, it takes a lot to get 40 people all together. Especially when you have like priests, alliance priests trying to dispel your buffs that your raiders got for raid. We used to come to raid like an hour early before the raid and like summon the entire, like all 40 people, and then ride into Blackrock Mountain. It was a lot of fun. Classic WoW's the best, like vanilla WoW. Oh man, not you. Okay, just get out of here, dude. I know he just goes in and dies. I swear Blizzard put these Earth Ragers here on purpose, so you'd have to like resurrect Naz like a bunch of times.
What?
Yeah, that's my little rambling about the beginning of Classic and what happened with Fairlina and me. Let's see what we can do here. Probably AoE these guys down. Might have to use a hot bell. Get this guy off an ass. We got another AoE. There we go. We got all the hair samples. Yeah, I recommend it. If you've never played Classic, like the original Classic, and tried out like raiding and all that, the end game, it's a lot of fun. It's time consuming though. It's probably the most time consuming version of WoW I've ever played. That's for sure. Battle for Azeroth was pretty time consuming though, like and Legion, because of like the external powers you had to level up every day, and that you had the amount of dailies in Legion and BFA was just ridiculous. Players clearly got burnt out by the time Shadowlands came out, and they tried to reduce it as much as they can, but they still kept it going. And then players just kept on complaining about it, and they finally got rid of it in the Dragonflight. It seems like Dragonflight's a pretty good expansion. I haven't really heard many complaints. I will admit I haven't done too much endgame in Dragonflight, but I did enjoy the leveling, and the story was pretty cool too. Interested to see what happens by the end of it. See if we can find any more abominations. Looks like Naz has to run or he's gonna die. Look at this guy just destroying those A-bombs. Okay, good, we got 2 here. Alright, so there we go. So what do we need here? Gooey ghoul drool. I guess that's from these guys? Did they give us anything to, like, get this drool? I have to look at the quest here. And 5 gooey ghoul drools. I guess it's just maybe around here. It's just on the ground. Yeah, there it is. Spell's not ready yet. Oh, come on. Weird how the looting has like a timer. Yeah, we're getting pretty close to max level herbalism. We're less than 30 away.
We press on.
Kicking Nass and taking mains. You know, you remind me of an awful lot of my Nass. Maybe it's just a nose. Have you brought me the components I asked for, Flag Carrier? Stefan sifts through the foul components. Well, it's far from perfect, but it'll have to do. Now brace yourself, Druid. This is where it gets good. There, I've created a disguise that should make you indistinguishable from the Scourge. You'll be free to walk among them as long as the disguise holds. Only the Blight Guards will be able to see through my illusion. Watch out for them. Another thing you must know is that the disguise is unstable and may drop unexpectedly, so stay alert. Let's test it out. Use the choker and visit the Scourge Merchant just east of here. Return to me with a bottle of bitter plasma.
Leave me be.
Looks like she has a quest as well. Taking a stand. A few moments ago, I spotted a signal flare over the tree line to the east. That can only mean that things are not going smoothly for the Crusaders at Argent Stand. You cannot leave our outpost here, Tauren, but you can. When time permits, make your way to the Commander Falstaff and see if there's anything you can do to lighten their burden.
Another time.
Alright, so it looks like she's sending us back to the stand. I guess we'll head back here. And we will turn this quest in as well. Without the plasticizers and stabilizers, I'll never be able to make the explosives necessary to break your friend out of jail. Thankfully, we weren't in short supply of explosives. Putting together the jumbo C4ium charge should be no problem with the materials you brought me. What I'm about to give you is called C4ium. It is a highly volatile explosive with some unique properties. Due to its malleable nature, you will be able to fill in the hinges and cracks of the cage for maximum damage. Return to your friend and use the jumbo C4ium charge to set him free. Let's hope he honors the bargain. He's our only hope. Alright, well, let's see what he does after we free him. Alright, so let's get him out of here. See what he does. Boom! Free! Soon you will feel the wrath of the Storm King. What the heck? What, he doesn't do anything? I thought he would come out and just start smacking these Varghul. But then he just sits there and he's like, okay, come pick up this quest. I guess they had to make it like that. Freedom, do not be afraid, little one. Geimer is an honorable giant. Like you and your people, I too wish to see the Scourge driven away from this land and the Lich King destroyed. I will help you as promised to the best of my ability. Storm King's vengeance. My people have been decimated by the Lich King. The Scourge now use the corpses of storm giants to create mindless flesh giants, or worse, stitched together aberrations like Thrym. I will stop at nothing to see them all driven from this world. We will work together to destroy the Scourge that threatens Zuldrak. We will kill them all, Navarius, Halgar, and Thrym. When you are ready, let me know. We will begin our destructive journey. Alright, listen to what I have to tell you about our enemy before we start. You don't want to be unprepared while we're out smashing Scourge in the field. Geimer, where are Algar, Navarius, and Thrym? Okay, the Ymmerjar Battlelord Algar the Chosen rouses his Varghul armies at the Reliquary of Pain northeast of this cage. Prince Navarius is across the dead fields east of here, near the Great Steps, leading up to the second level of Zuldrak. Thrym's location is currently unknown, which is curious considering his size. All must be dealt with. I have a few more questions, Geimer. Geimer, what do I need to know? I've never ridden on a giant. When you're ready, I will place you on atop my head, and we will march into the heart of the Scourge of Zuldrak. You must direct me to smash and destroy our enemies. Alright, let's do it. This is gonna be awesome, dude. So we got this Earthquake ability. Geimer Smash. Smash him. Let me get Geimer Grab. Geimer Throw. Oh, Geimer Grab, Geimer Throws. Good combo. Geimer Roar. Let's loose a deafening roar, knocking back all enemies in front of him. Okay, so we gotta find all of our enemies here. I don't know which way we should go first. So we'll go this way. Don't want to die. It's too bad we can't take like a picture of a boomkin on top of this guy. Look at all these corpses. Timer throw. Gotta keep moving. We have to actually kill a bunch of these guys. Kind of crappy, you can barely see. There we go. Hope we don't get wrecked. There we go. That's the best combo right there. Okay, so we'll go for Voltarius first. We fight this thing? Algar the Chosen. Okay, so we got a bunch coming. I can't get inside because they got this like... There we go. Throw them down. Oh wow, look at all of them coming. This is crazy. Oh wow, that was big damage. Did we get him down? I think he's still on that mount. Yeah, they don't stop coming. You have to start fighting. Or we're gonna die. That's a beast. He might die. Yeah, you can't really mess around. There's so much Scourge. For some reason I can't use 2. There's no way for me to heal him. That's 1 down. Now what does this do? This is your... Okay, so you need to... That's his energy bar. The next guy's over here. I don't think we're going to be able to deal with him, though. Yeah, Prince Navarius right here. You freed him, did you? No matter. Death and reconstruction will only be... Okay, so that didn't work out too well. At least we got 1 down. We'll go back again. We'll try to do it better this time. Clearly, you can't mess around. You just gotta move. Go right for the bosses. And... just slay the mobs while you're slaying the boss. Oh, there he is. There's Navarius. Let's get everybody here. Pick him up. Do the throw. Looks like the throw's not working. Navarius is getting wrecked. And Navarius got totally wrecked. Alright, now we gotta find the last one. Hopefully we can defeat him. There's a lot of mobs chasing us here. It's kind of hard moving around as a giant. Is that him? There he is. Grim. This guy's a beast. You gotta fight him? Here he is. Look at the size of this guy. I'm not sure if we're gonna beat this guy. I think we can do it. If we don't do it, we might be in trouble. We gotta let this thing go up. We're having some trouble, though. Getting wrecked. Get him down. Nice. We did it. Well, I guess we just run back. It was pretty wild. It's a cool quest. Unbelievable. This will be a story for the Aegis Flight Carrier. One man rode upon the head of the king of storm giants and decimated the entire Scourge army, and I was there to see it all happen. Some nice gloves. Not better than the ones we got, though. It's close. But I think the sockets kind of make it a little bit better. It's more stamina, more intellect, less armor though. It's because it's cloth. If it was leather, we'd probably take it. So I guess we just got to go with plate here. And there we go. Alright guys, well that is going to be the end of today's episode. Next episode we'll finish up the quests here at Ebon Watch in Zeramis, and I guess we'll be making our way over to the Argent Stand. But as always, thanks for watching. Keep your heads up. Later.